G'day there, my name's Richard, I'm from Arete Wines. I'd like to introduce you today to Arete's the Chameleon Pinot Gris. The Pinot family of grapes is a naturally degenerate variety. Mutates at the drop of a hat, and I guess comes in many different clones and varieties. Pinot Noir, for example, is pretty considered the big brother to Pinot Gris. Pinot Gris being a grey variety, whereas Pinot Noir is black. I guess Pinot, at its worst, is a really temperamental, moody, and I guess a really frustrating variety to make. I guess Pinot, though, at its best, is beautifully textured. It has real sex appeal, but also very complex and a very sophisticated variety in my view. And I guess to that end, it's a chameleon in every sense of the word. So the winemaking for the Chameleon Pinot Gris is quite unusual for white wines. To that end, I make the wine quite oxidatively, so that is in contact with the air, which I guess for a lot of winemakers would consider the winemaking quite grubby, and probably to that end it is. However, I think this winemaking is actually it's very important to the chameleon style. It helps build mouthfeel, it builds texture, and I guess also gives the wine a significant amount of body as well. So the wine production process, the grapes are essentially destemmed, and then the berries are then run into a basket press. I've got a lovely old 80-year-old basket press, which the grapes are pressed in. Very gentle pressing, get very high quality juice, so there's no need for any juice settling whatsoever. I then hyperoxidise the juice, so that is, I basically oxidise the juice until it turns black. The colour of it's pretty, before ferment, it's not far off the colour of my jacket. The process is very similar to like the browning of an apple, where like you slice open a piece of apple and it slowly turns brown. I just encourage that by pumping the juice over itself and splashing it around and oxidising it in that manner. And then once the juice has been oxidised, I then run it straight into oak barrels, where I then wild ferment the wine, and then the wine is matured in oak for about 12 months. I stir the barrels weekly just to stir up the sediment and to help build more mouthfeel and complexity through lees contact. And I guess throughout the maturation, I don't use any sulphur unless I absolutely have to. But essentially, the winemaking intent behind the Chameleon is to build mouthfeel, to build volume, and to build texture. Okay, so let's get to the fun bit, the tasting. So this is the 2013 Arete Pinot Gris, and as I said earlier, the Chameleon is a textured, voluptuous style of wine. So on the nose, has real custard apple, almost a doughiness as well from the lees contact and barrel aging, but also fruit characters like of pear and ginger. Then on the palate, has lovely sweet fruit character. It's fleshy, again generous and mouth-filling with lovely fresh clean acidity. And I guess for me the generosity of the palate, the voluptuousness of this wine suits it to a wide array of food. So for me, my personal favourite is Asian food, but also I think it suits tapas or antipasto style food, or even during the winter with a lovely roast chicken. It's a very versatile and lovely wine.